welcome the media to this most important meeting that we're having tomorrow at Nichols Middle School at 6 p.m. The Canton Public School District and its Board of Trustees, in conjunction with the Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the City of Canton, joined forces with the citizens of Canton and called for a community-wide meeting on Wednesday, November the 14th, 2012 at 6 p.m. at Nichols Middle School Gymnasium to address the issue, where are we with our schools? There will also be a press conference today, November 13th, 2012, which is today. The Mayor and Board of Aldermen of the Canton Public School District recognize that the Canton Public School District is the most important institution in our community. Our goal is to make it the best institution in our community. The following guests have been invited and have agreed to participate: Representative Edward Blackman, Senator Kenny Wayne Jones, Dr. Laurie Jones, Bureau Manager of School Improvement, Mississippi Department of Education, and Pat Ross, Director of Accountability Services, Mississippi Department of Education. There has been a lot of confusion about the educational status of the Canton Public School District because of the grading status of F. There is also false information that the Canton Public School District is a candidate for being taken over by the State Department of Education and are being converted to a charter school. The intent of the meeting and the press conference is to start the journey to dispel these notions. It is hoped that you will be here and be at that meeting tomorrow at 6 p.m. It is extremely important for this community to join forces with the Department of Education, with the school board, and with the Board of Aldermen to start the journey of making our schools better. Any questions?
What are you all hoping to do? I know you were calling on parents, I guess the community to help. You're just announcing that this is going to be a meeting held tomorrow. What are some of the things that you were planning to address?
First of all, it is extremely important that the community work together as one people, one voice, one goal. As we head toward this journey of trying to identify what is it that will make our school system better. And it must become better. And the only way that we can do this is that we have to join forces. We cannot be isolated, nor can we be islands unto ourselves. We have to move together as one. So our goal is to involve the parents. Our goal is to involve all of our organizations and our churches, as well as our ministers, our political figures, as well as the school board itself. This is a tremendous task, improving our educational system here in the city of Canton. There's a direct corollary between economic development and the status of one's school. And of course, everyone recognizes and realizes that our schools must be better. We must plan for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And we must decide, meaning this community, what kind of an educational scholar is coming out of our school system at year 5, 10, 15, and 20. We think that we can do better, but we only think that we can do better if we join forces and join hands and involve the entire community.
Is this a plea to parents or something? Because of your grade status, how do you know what plans they have to improve this? Is this a plea to parents? Is this a plea to the education system?
This is a plea to all of our entities, because we're all responsible for our school system. It's not just a school. It's not just the parents. It's not just the community. Whatever happens to our school system, we're responsible, all of us. And so all of us have to take responsibility. The Mayor and Board of Aldermen, the school board, the community, the parents, and our goal is to document and identify where are we right now as it relates to our educational status, our QDI, where are we with growth rate, dropout rate, what are some of the problems that we can begin to discuss and talk about to enhance our test scores and our MCT2 subject matter. We recognize and realize that we must do better in math, we must do better in history, we must do better in science. So our goal is to begin to meet as a family and begin to identify what the problem is. Is it a hungry kid? Is it the condition of the child's home? Is it the parent? Is it the school itself? These are issues that we will frankly and openly talk about and develop strategic plans to resolve these issues. We cannot continue to stay the path. We recognize and realize that this community, with its growth and with its development, as it relates to our school system, all of us want to do better, and we recognize that we must do better. We understand that in many of the African American school districts, perhaps might not be doing well, particularly in the Delta. But we're saying to ourselves that we're going to take control of our schools, and we're going to stay the path, we're going to work hard, and we're going to demonstrate to the state of Mississippi as well as demonstrate to the nation with the togetherness that we're implementing, that we will do better.
Was there ever a chance that the district could have been taken over by the State Board of Education? Did they ever approach you about it?
There's been a lot of confusion, and that's why we ask you guys to come here. There's been a lot of confusion, a lot of misinformation, a lot of misleading information about the State Department taking over. There's a lot of despair that has been disseminated amongst our folks in the community that we're going to be converted to a charter school as a consequence of our status. The fact of the matter is that that's not true. And the community needs to know that. We need to dispel the notions. We need to dispel all of this confusion. We need to get the truth out into the community, and that's why Dwight Luckett, the superintendent, Walter Jones, the chairman of the Board of Education, my board, me as the mayor, the Department of Education decided to come in so we can begin to dispel these notions of the status of the school, the fact that it's going to be taken over, perhaps might be taken over. But in the face of all of that, we recognize and realize that as it stands now, and there's a lot of argument about that, overall, 3 of our schools did remarkably well. They're successful schools. The high school itself has an F status that caused the entire district to have an F status. Our position is that, and although the F status, we missed it by 0.7%, even that's not acceptable here in our community anymore. And what we're basically saying is that we can do better. We know that our children are smarter than what's reflected, and with the help and the support of the community and the parents and the authoritative figures like the school board and also the mayor and board of aldermen, we know that collectively our test scores will turn out to be better as long as we start communicating, articulating, and talking to each other and addressing this problem of low test scores in our community.